materials, especially materials that we use at home. Hello, are you listening?
Yes.
All right. So there are some materials improved by technology in our homes, in our school, in everywhere. So could you give some example of these materials that we are often used at home? What are those materials improved by technology? Could you give one? Yes?
Heat-resistant glasses.
Yes, we have the heat-resistant glasses. What else? Thank you.
Plates.
So again,
Plates.
yes, the plates. What else? Yes, Junala. Bowls. Yes. What else?
And containers.
So we have also containers. What else? Are there some more? Huh? So we have the schools. All right. How are these materials improved by technology? How are these materials improved by technology? Could you give some?
Ability to hold very hot materials without breaking.
Okay. Will you use the microphone?
Ability to hold very hot materials without breaking.
Yes. So it has the ability to hold materials without breaking. Are there some more? Are there some more, class? Hmm? Yes. And what are they? Could you give us another example? How are these materials improved by technology? Very fast.
By heating and lamination.
Yes, by heating and lamination. What else? Are there some more, Micaela? Could you give one other reason? Yes, Harold, I hear you there. By?
By adding chromium.
Yes, by adding chromium to ordinary steel. Now, class, due to the high-tech world today, no? So we are using cell phones, laptops, computers, and other ICT gadgets. So now, commonly used by even the poorest person is the cell phone. So some of you here has cell phone. So this time, let's find out if this cell phone is good or bad in using here in school or in other places. Okay? So for now, may I call our moderator to hold this debate, to facilitate our debate. And our topic is, everybody read?
Cell phone good or bad?
Yes, so let's find out after the debate. No? So what shall we do, class? We are going to, in order for us to participate in this discussion, what shall we do? We are going to listen. What else? You are going to take note, some points in order that you can participate. Because you will be given time to ask questions and to ask other questions to our teams, the negative and the affirmative. So, are we ready to listen?
Yes.
So, thank you very much. So, let's witness the first ever final debate of our grade 6 class for this topic. Is cell phone good or bad? So, may I turn you to our moderator, Micaela de la Gracia. Let's put our hands together.
Thank you, Teacher Jo. It's my pleasure to be the chairman of today's debate. Good morning, Ma'am Gaurana, our school principal, to our motherly advisor, Teacher Jocelyn R. Haguriles, to our honored judges, Teacher Charito D. Gonzaga, our school guidance coordinator, and Teacher Marilu Vidalorfino, our English school coordinator. To my fellow classmates, and especially to our debating teams, the affirmative and the negative teams. A very pleasant morning to all of us. Welcome to this big event in our class. The classroom debate for this topic, cell phone is good or bad. Now may I introduce to you the affirmative team. For the first speaker, Krishna Jane Virakenyo. The second speaker, Janice S. Sauce. The third speaker, Joshua M. Lukyao. The fourth speaker, James Harold J. Libres. The fifth speaker, Decime A. Rotello. And the last but not the least, our sixth affirmative speaker is Jefferson B. Ramos. And for the negative team, we have the first speaker, Marlo Feby Margaret B. Garbosa. For the second speaker, Jumela C. Lagayada. For the third speaker, Darlene Grace P. Cabada. For the fourth speaker, Mark Benjoy E. Machon. For the fifth speaker, Reynel D. Gusho. And the last but not the least speaker of the negative team, Hazel P. Hermo. Each of you will be given 3 minutes to present your rebuttal and argument. To recess, you are given 2 minutes to ask and clarify their queries. The timer will press the buzzer to signal that you consume the given time for you. Is it clear?
Yes.
Now let's proceed to the debate. Let's hear from the first affirmative speaker, Krishna Jane Birakenyo.
Good morning, Ma'am Gaurana, our beloved principal, to our Madam Chairman, to my fellow classmates, honorable judges, worthy opponents, ladies and gentlemen. The topic of our debate today is that, is cell phone good or bad? We, the affirmative, define the topic as how cellular phone is used as good technology mobile phone for communication, receiving and placing phone calls, gathering information, storing data, taking photos, solving problems, or computing capabilities, provides the feelings of security in times of emergency, and provide amusements or entertainment where most people enjoy and use it worldwide and anywhere. This is also called cell phone, hand phone, or phone that can receive telephone calls over the radio link while you are sitting or walking or traveling around to any place you want. It allows to access to the public telephone network and access to any business application. Today, phone calls have more equipped and advanced features. And let's not forget John F. Mitchell and Martin Cooper in 1973 as the demonstrator of the first handheld cell phone. We, the affirmative team, believe that this statement is true. This morning, as first speaker, I will be talking to you about the mobile phone device technology used for communication. Our second speaker will be talking how phone is used in gathering data. Our third speaker will be talking how phone provides the feelings of security in times of emergency. The fourth speaker will talk about how phone provides amusements and entertainment. Our fifth speaker will talk about how cell phone allows access to business applications. And our sixth speaker will rebut and sum up our case. The first speaker said that the mobile phone device technology used for communication. I'm going to discuss several points. My first point is that cell phone is one of the best devices used for communication. This is because you can talk and text to any person at the farthest part of the world. Now my second point is that affordable and handy. This is because you can send and receive message for spending a very minimal cost, and you can bring it anywhere for placing it in a pouch or just a grip of your hand. So, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, cell phone is very useful device for communication. Anytime at this moment, you might be receiving an inspiring message from your loved ones that will be tickle you to laughter and glee. I thank you.
The first speaker The first speaker from the negative team, Marlo Feby Margaret G. Garbosa.
Good morning, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. The topic of our debate is that is cell phone good or bad? We, the negative team, disagree with the definition given by the affirmative, and we believe that this statement is false. Today, as the first speaker, I will be talking about the use of cell phone in criminal activities. Our second speaker will be talking about negative effects of cell phones on students and teenagers. Our third speaker will be talking about why cell phones had negative effects on teenagers. For our fourth speaker, we'll be talking about why cell phones had negative effect on teenagers. For our fifth speaker, he'll be talking about the bad effects of cell phones to the health and environment. And for our last speaker, we'll rebut and sum up our team case. The first speaker of the affirmative team has tried to tell you that cell phone is one of the best devices used for communication. This is wrong because cell phone is also a communication tool used for criminal activities. They use them the fastest communication for terrorism and extortion. You said it is handy and affordable. Why? Because many wasted their time even buying luxurious phones. They have phones yet nothing to eat. I will be discussing several points. My first point is that cell phone is a communication tool used for criminal purposes. This is because there are some bad people who use cell phones, the fastest communication, for terrorism and extortion. As you can see in the television, there are so many incidents of robbery and kidnapping all over the world. This is also used for bombing that cause wreckage and death. Now, my second point is that using cell phone is a waste of time and money. This is because many people are wasting their time in sending unnecessary messages and calls, and they forget the most important things because of this chat and buying this phone. Using a cell phone is really a waste of time and money. It may lead also to robbery, accidents, and the worst is your death, and made by bad elements in our society. So, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, we believe that cell phones are not good means for communication because this is used in criminal purposes. Thank you.
Second affirmative speaker, Janice is Sauce.
Good morning, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. The topic of our debate is that is cell phone good or bad? We, the affirmative team, believe that this statement is true. The first speaker from the negative team has tried to tell you cell phone is a communication tool used for criminal activities. This is wrong because cell phones are created and for what is happening and all over the world and don't have the intention of using it to do evil things. For example, the typhoon that comes to our country. This information put many people to total awareness on what to do in case this phenomenon will happen. She also said that using cell phone is a waste of time and money. This is wrong because most people are using this the fastest way to send and receive message from our loved ones for spending way to send and receive message a very minimal cost of 1 peso or 5. Our first speaker has already explained that cell phone is the most commonly. Today, I will be talking to you about several points. My first point is that cell phone is very good device used gathering data. This is because you can use the phone to access in the internet to gather data that you need at the last time and when you are staying at home or in your place. My second point is that cell phone is also good for storing data. This is because you can save and messages in inbox or to the outbox or to any storage you wish to. My third and last point is that it's easy to locate the gathered and saved data. This is because it is easy to key and write command track its manual guide. So, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, cell phone is a good device and gathering and storing data. I thank you.
Second negative speaker, Jumela C. Lagayada.
Good morning, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for our debate is that is cell phone good or bad? We, the negative team, believe that this statement is false. The second affirmative speaker has tried to tell you that cell phone is used in gathering data. This is wrong because many of the consumers are complaining of the delayed messages received or the access is so slow because of the very slow signal and gathering of data is so impossible without the signal. She also said that cell phone is also good for storing data. This is wrong because some of the storage data were lost and destroyed by viruses, and that means it's frustrating in the part of the users. Sometimes it's hard to locate. His last point is that it's easy to locate the gathered and saved data. This is wrong because of much storage. It is time consuming. Today, I will be talking to you about the several points. Now, to my first point is that cell phone have a negative effect on students. This is because some of the students do not give time to their studies. Instead, they use their phones in playing games, listening to music, watching videos, and reading messages. Most of their study was waste. My second point is that cell phone disrupt the class with its ringtone. This is because they can text classmates anytime they want and they are paying attention to the lesson introduced by the teacher. My third point is that they can use in cheating. This is because they can take picture of their test and send it to or pass it by texting or through Bluetooth. So, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, we, the negative belief, cell phone made our students as a good cheater. Would you like that to happen? Thank you.
Third affirmative speaker, Joshua M. Lokyao.
Good morning, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for our debate is that cell phone good or bad. We the affirmative believe that this statement is true. The second negative speaker has tried to tell you that cell phone that negative effects on students. This is wrong because cell phones are made to facilitate learning for research works, for solving problems in mathematics, and many more, not cheaters. Today I will be talking to you my some point. My point is that it provides the feeling of security in times of emergency. This is because you can call and text your whereabouts the fastest way. You can contact a person to help you in case of danger. If you are lost, just text or call, then you feel secure. When you are traveling and the bus is in trouble, again use your phone. So, Madam and Chairman, I and the affirmative team say that cell phone is good, right? Thank you.
Third negative speaker, Darlene Grace Picabada.
Good morning, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for our debate is that cell phone good or bad. With the negative team believe that this statement is false. The third affirmative speaker has tried to tell you that cell phones provides the feeling of security in times of emergency. I agree with this statement, but as you can see, phone is accessible only if that area has cell site. What if there is typhoon and you are brought to place with the absence of cell sites and bad elements will not allow you to use your phone to contact your savior. Am I right? Today I will be talking about some points. My first point is that cell phone had negative effect to health. It has negative physical effect because of the radiation emerging from these phones causing many serious health issues. According to research, it was greatly contaminated with varied microorganisms like bacteria that can cause skin disease, cause dizziness, and loss of appetite of too much focus on texting and games. Another negative psychological effect is that user is being addicted to games, so you forget many important things to do. You become attentive and not responsive. So, Madam Chairman, I and the negative team conclude that cell phone is bad to health. Would you like to spend much money to pay your bill for hospitalization? I'm sure you won't. Thank you.
The fourth affirmative speaker, James Harold J. Libres.
Good morning, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for our debate is that is cell phone good or bad? We, the affirmative team, believe that this statement is true. The third negative speaker has tried to tell you that cell phones have negative effects to health. I agree with your statement, but as a responsible user, it should not be abused. So if it is used properly, I'm pretty sure phones can't bring any health hazard. Today I will be talking to you about several points. My point is that cell phone provides and entertainment. This is because you can play games, you can watch movies, plays and listen to music you love most. It brightens also your gloomy mood. You can also watch basketball by accessing it to the internet. So, Madam Chairman, I and the affirmative team conclude that cell phone entertains many people. Thank you.
The fourth negative speaker, Mark Winjoy Imashon.
Good morning, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for our debate is that is cell phone good or bad? We, the negative team, believe that this statement is false. The fourth affirmative speaker has tried to tell you that cell phone provides amusement and entertainment. This is wrong because playing games today becomes a source of gambling absence to school and many quarrels. Like the Dota game, many spend money. Whoever lost the game will pay great amount to the winner, leading to riots to the adolescents and adults. If somebody can't pay, it causes absence from classes because of the game being downloaded to their phone. Our third speaker had already stated that cell phone had negative effect to the head. Today, I will be talking to you about some points. My point is that cell phone had effect on teenagers. This is because boys and girls can communicate each other and do some negative activities like going to hang out, car racing leading to accidents. Another bad effect to them, some watch bad videos or pornography resulted to
Or bad. With the negative team, believe that this statement is false. The fifth affirmative speaker has tried to tell you that cell phones allow access to business applications and transactions. This is wrong because online phone transactions sometimes so frustrating. For instance, when you're ordered or it's not of good quality as you see it in your phone. Worse, if somebody tricks you or deceive you as a scam again, you had wasted your money. Today I will be talking to you about some points. My point is that cell phones had bad effects to the health and environment. This is because poisonous substances from cell phones when dumping contaminated our land, groundwater, in which case it put hazard to our health. Many components of mobile phones are considered toxic like arsenic, lithium, cadmium, copper, lead, mercury, and zinc. These poisonous substances may leach from decomposing waste in landfills, seep into groundwater, and contaminate the soil. Metals build up in the soil can then enter the food chain, and insufficient concentration may cause health problems. Production of mobile phones contributes to the climate change by using up energy and burning materials which release greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. You may open to online site to see more of the negative effects to the health and environment. So, Madam Chairman, I and the negative team conclude that cell phone is not good for the health and environment, and I don't want this to happen to ourselves and environment. Thank you.
The sixth affirmative speaker, Jefferson B. Ramos. Good morning, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for our debate is that cell phone good or bad. We, the affirmative team, believe that this statement is true. Our first speaker spoke to you about that cell phone is one of the best devices used for communication. This is because you can talk and text to any person at the farthest part of the world. She also spoke about the affordability of the cell phones and handy to carry it. This is because you can send and receive messages for spending a very minimal cost, and you can bring it anywhere from placing it in a pouch or just a grip of your hand. Our second speaker said that cell phone is very good device used in gathering data. This is because you can use your phone to access the internet to gather data that you need at the least time even you are staying at home or in your place. She also said that cell phone is a good for storing data. This is because you can save the messages in the inbox or to the outbox or to any storage you wish to. She also said that using cell phone is easy to locate the gathered data and save data. This is because it is easy to key in the right command through its manual guide. Our third speaker told you that cell phone provides the feeling of security in times of emergencies. This is because you can call and text your whereabouts the fastest way. You can contact a person to help you in case of danger. Our fourth speaker said that cell phone provides amusement and entertainment. This is because you can play games, you can watch movies or plays and listen to music you love most. It brightens your gloomy mood. Our fifth speaker said that cell phone allows access to business applications. This is because you can land a job through online application by just using your phone and account. You can send your resume when applying and search for a job to other places. She also said that cell phone was also used for some business transactions. This is because you can order the things you need and want like cell phones, tabs, laptop, clothes, appliances, and other things using phones through online. Another is networking and advertising your goods without going any further, spending much money for transportation and exposed under the heat of the sun. So, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, our team believes that this cell phone is good and very useful ICT gadget to many people nowadays. The mobile phone, advanced and equipped by technology, can access the varied forms of ICT facilities and producing and gathering information through internet, stores and keeps memories in terms of pictorials, calls and text. It is easy to use because it's handy to carry it and text. It is easy use because it's handy to carry and good gadget to give the location and have time of emergency. This is also very useful in keeping in touch to your family, friends, and for business transactions. And the access of using this cell phone amuses and makes the people happy by listening to music, watching movies and videos. The easiest and the fastest way without spending much money and time. Thank you very much.
The sixth negative speaker, Hazel P. Hermo.
Good morning, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. The topic of our debate is that is cell phone good or bad? We, the negative team, believe that this statement is false. Our first speaker said that cell phone is a communication tool used for criminal purposes. This is because there are some bad people who use cell phones, the fastest communication, for terrorism and extortion. As you can see in the television, there are so many incidents of robbery and kidnapping all over the world. It is also used for bombing that cause wreckage and death. She added that using cell phone is a waste of time and money. This is because many people are wasting their time in sending unnecessary messages and calls, and they forgot the most important things because of this chat and buying this phone. Using a cell phone is really waste of time and money. It may lead also to robbery, accidents, and the worst is your death made by bad elements in our society. Our second speaker told you about that cell phones had negative effects on students. This is because some of the students do not give time to their studies. Instead, they use their phones in playing games, listening to music, watching videos, and reading messages. Most of their study time was wasted. She also added that cell phone disrupts the class with its ringtones. This is because they can text their classmates anytime they want and they are paying attention to the lesson introduced by the teacher. She also pointed out that they can use it in cheating. This is because they can take pictures of their tests and send it or pass it by texting through Bluetooth. Our third speaker told you that cell phone had negative effects to health. This is because of the radiation emerging from these phones causing many serious health issues. According to research, it was greatly contaminated with varied microorganisms like bacteria that cause skin disease, cause dizziness, and lost appetite of too much focus on texting and games. Another negative psychological negative effect is that user is being addicted to games, so you forgot many important things to do. You become inattentive and not responsive. Our fourth speaker said that cell phones had negative effect on teenagers. This is because boys and girls can communicate with each other and do some negative activities like going to hangouts, car races leading to accidents. Another bad effect to them is that some teenagers watch bad videos or pornography resulted to unusual sexual actions leading to early pregnancy and abortion. The fifth speaker told you about is that cell phones had bad effects to the health and environment. This is because poisonous substance from cell phones when dumping contaminated our land and groundwater, in which case it put hazard to our health. Many components of mobile phones are considered toxic like arsenic, lithium, cadmium, copper, lead, mercury, and zinc. These poisonous substances may leach from decomposing waste in landfills, seep into groundwater, and contaminate the soil. Metals built up in the soil can then enter the food chain.
Basically, are you the one who asked the question? Will you answer it?
Because boys and girls' attention was diverted not to do violence because they just love to listen to music and when watching movies should be guided by the adults.
Okay. Will you repeat your question for everybody to hear and to understand?
Why do you say cell phone cannot allow access to business application? Can you explain?
Cannot allow to business application? Could you explain? So, is there anybody who can answer that? Nobody. So if cell phone is used and there is no access into internet, then you cannot apply any or you can upload to internet your application. No? Without the internet access, you cannot upload your application. Okay? Anything? So it's very important that internet access is available in order to use our cell phone. So, for any transaction or any business.
Any questions from the audience? How will you prevent students using cell phones factors cheating. Can you explain? Cheating using the cell phone can be prevented because in our classroom there are rules and regulations that govern all our behavior and classroom and class activities. Another question. Can you explain? Can you explain that cell phone is also good for storing data?
So anybody from the affirmative team, could you support that question?
This is because you can save the messages in the inbox or to the outbox or to any storage you wish to.
Okay, thank you for your answer.
I thank all of the members of their speeches. The debate is complete. Judges are asked to complete their sheets. Once I collect the evaluation, the judges may make amendments if they wish. I remind the judges that they may not reveal or land divided or team scores the debate.
To reveal the scores. Okay, thank you very much, Madam Moderator. Okay, let's give them a round of applause, please. Alright, so we have just witnessed the debate between the affirmative team and the negative team. From the topic, is cell phone good or bad? So both teams supported their proposition and their arguments with the different answers. No? So you have heard a discussion, and I hope everybody got some points or lessons. Have you learned something from the debate? Yes? Yes. Okay. So I think the debate has just ended. So I would like to thank our Board of Judges, spearheaded by our principal, Madam Christina P. Gaurana, by our guidance coordinator, Madam Charito B. Gonzaga, and for our English coordinator, we have Marilo V. Dolorfino. So thank you very much for your cooperation and for helping this debate a success. And I would like also to thank our ICT coordinator for the recording of this and for the documentation of this debate. So class, how are you?
We're fine.
How about you, the negative? Are you okay?
Yes.
So feel free now. So you may inhale, exhale. Alright. So are there some more questions to ask? So, class, in this debate, as cell phone is good or bad, both of you got have different ideas and insights given for the advantage and disadvantages in using the cell phone as one of the ICT gadget and the commonly used gadget improved by the technology. So, is there some more questions or queries? If there's none, so let me ask you, does cell phone affect your lives at the present time? Does cell phone affect our lives?
Yes.
Who says yes? Yes? Who says no? Nobody? So meaning, Silence means yes. How does it affect our lives? Anybody? Huh? Anybody? By what? It causes absences, the cell phone. So is that the negative effect? Or sometimes because you forgot the time. No? You enjoy texting into unnecessary things. But I just want to emphasize that cell phone is very useful in our studies in terms of solving problems. It also helpful in our health. In what way? How does it help us in our health? In terms of emergency, you can text, you can call somebody to help you, what? Especially in times of emergency. Okay? And what else? In what way? Yes?
Teenagers watch violent news or pornography resulted to unusual sexual actions leading to early pregnancy.
Okay. So the negative effect, no, the influence of that cell phone is that so some teenagers were affected because they watch scandal videos, right? Turning them into early pregnancy, and that should not be used into bad purposes. So cell phones should be used in good purpose, and that for bad purposes. Okay? Any questions, class? No. So cell phone is very beneficial to us, and let's not forget that anything should be used properly. Any questions, class? Okay, so let's